All in all, this is the first load of 2017, so happy new year. It's the 11th of January already, and to be honest, it's the first time I've been out on the plot this year. I've had a bit of a chest infection during Christmas, between Christmas and the New Year. That hung around a bit, and now my wife's got it. 2017 ain't started off really too well, really. I had a phone call last Friday with a sad news that one of the plot elders, a few plots away from me, Norman, had sadly passed away. A really nice guy Norman was. He had, I think it was some form of leukemia in the end, which was quite aggressive. He got it, I think it's about September he was made aware of it, and the more I seen of him, he then realised that it was terminal, and it was imminent. And one good thing about Norman, which shows the true strength of the guy, he was very upbeat about it. And what's more, when he knew that time was running out, he said to me, he says, "I'm not leaving the plot in any sort of bad shape at all." And he arranged for a few of his mates and his sons to come down, and they cleared the lot, and the plot is immaculate now, and he's left it in a really good state. So sadly Norman's gone, but he'll never be forgotten. Anyway, I'm just going to have a tat around on the plot. There's a few weeds to pull out, and it's quite windy today, so I don't think I'll be out here a long while, and I'll just see what I'm going to do. I'll just update one thing. I've decided this year, I'm more or less 100% now, I'm not going to do any seed onions. I did have a look around. There's no Kelsey still about, although Robinson's mammoth is still there. What I did grow last year, and I'm very, very pleased with them, was the heat-treated onion sets, which Dan originally put me onto them, and I'm going to try them. They ran from Marshall's. I think I grew 3 different types, and I didn't have one bolt at all. And there's decent sized onions, and we've still got a few in the greenhouse, and still firm. So I think I'm going to be growing them this year. Anyway, I'm just going to nip outside and see what jobs we can do. Just a quick look. This is the plot that Norman's left behind, and as you can see, it's nice fruit bushes down the bottom. There is a greenhouse, but his grandson's got the plot this way to the right, and he's going to be having that greenhouse. But apart from that, the ground has been left in fairly good condition for the next plot holder. So as you can see from that clip, Norman left the plot in quite a good condition for the next guy to pick up. One thing I always remember about Norman, every time I eat some sweet corn, it'll always remind me of Norman, because when I first picked my plot up, it was around the end of August, early September, and it was only really tidying up, and then I could do then because the season was more or less over. What Norman says to me, he said, "Have you ever had sweet corn?" And I said, yeah. He said, "Have you ever tried it fresh?" And I said, "Well, of supermarket." He says, "No, proper fresh." He says, "Off the plant?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, try some." I said, "Okay." Then he says, "No." He says, "You got to go and boil some water first." So I went in the house, got the water on the boil, and as soon as it was boiling, he peeled one off, gave it to me. We cooked it, and I've got to be honest, it's the best tasting sweet corn I've ever had. Straight up, within a couple of minutes of it coming off the plant, we was eating it, and there's no other taste like it. And I'll always remember Norman for that. And since then, I've grown sweet corn myself, and so that's my lasting memory of Norman. I've started by tidying this area up here. It was just a bit of a mess. I ended up digging out this gooseberry root. Actually, you can see the size of that. It's been in there for a good few years. This tree rewards me every year with a good crop of apples, so I've dug it over and just putting some horse manure now to rot down and get to feed to reward it. I've just lightly trod down onto the top of that just to firm it down a little bit. As I say, this has never had any manure or any nutrients added all the time I've been on the plot, so hopefully that'll keep it going for another few years. Moving across here now on the asparagus bed, I've trimmed the spears down right down to the ground now. I got rid of what perennial weeds I could see, and I now got some well rotted horse manure. I'm going to give that a top dressing.
Do quite regularly get friendly foxes over overnight. You can see one's been digging something there. Well, what he's left me a present this morning. It's a skull of something. I'm not sure what it is, but you can see the teeth or whatever. So he's obviously left me that as a present. Very kind. Around about a year ago, or maybe not even that long, this was just horse manure with straw. And it still amazes me how it converts to this lovely stuff. And as you can see, look at the plenty of nice little worms in. So I'm going to give that a top dressing onto the asparagus bed. I suppose most of you now have heard about Blue Star Dave, who'd had a visit from some scorm, is the only thing I can say. Absolutely trashed his greenhouse, and well, I'd be devastated, but Dave just carried on as normal. Thankfully, Sean Cameron from the old channel set the GoFundMe page up, and true to form, the YouTube gardening community came together, and the fund has grown quite rapidly. I know most of you have contributed in one shape or form, and so hopefully now, Dave, if you're watching, you can get back on, so crack on. So that's the bed with the top dressing of the manure. It's about 2 or 3 inches thick on top there, so we have got some inclement weather coming in, frost, possibly snow, so I think I've just got it on in time. 24th of January, and can you believe it? No seed sown yet. Well, there's still plenty of time. We had another bad frost last night. Looked at the thermometer this morning, it was minus 4.5 in the greenhouse, and it's still covered. Well, most of the beds are still covered with frost now as it is. It's just coming up to 5 to 10. You might notice there's a bit of a gap between the last clip, which I've on the front of this, and that's due to, as I recovered from the illness I had during the Christmas period, I got the dreaded allergy again, chest infection, and back to the doctors and another course of antibiotics. I'm coming to the end of them now, and I think it finishes Friday, so hopefully that's done the trick this time. I did come out yesterday and do a bit of tatting round on the beds. I weeded one bed and top dressed one of the other beds with well rotted horse manure. Covered that up. It cleared the bay out, and I'm just starting a new bay of fresh horse manure to rot down for another year. Now I'll just show you what I've done. I did spend yesterday, say, weeding these and top dressing with manure, and even though it was cold, it warmed you up quite, you know, digging and that, whatever. And about 6 barrels of horse manure on that middle bed, topped it up nicely, and the covers are on now, so hopefully that'll do ready till the springtime when we start planting. That's the middle manure bay, and that actually went down to the bottom. I did empty it, but we had some delivery about 3 weeks ago, quite a lot of straw in it, which is fine. So I've put a nice layer in the bottom of that, about a foot deep, which will rot down, and then I'll top that up over the next few weeks and let that rot down ready for the autumn. The ground's still hard until the sun comes up, so what I might do in the meantime is get the secateurs out and give the fruit trees a little bit of prune. So that's the haircut performed now. So I'll give this a trim more or less the same as this every year, and it does reward me with a good crop of apples, although I don't know what the variety actually is. But so that's why I prune it every year, and it rewards me with a good crop. I've also gone down and done the pear tree as well, and that's the state I've left that in. For those of you regular viewers to the channel, you know that I grow my parsnips in these drain pipe collars. Plants the seed straight into the ground, and then I thin them out as they get about 2 or 3 inches high. Normally I take the collar off, but for this year I forgot to take the collars off, and the parsnips have just grown. As you can see, I can't get it off. I just put the drain spade down the side of this and snapped off a bit at the end, but so this one's a Gladiator when I can get that off. I've just got another one of the last of the Swedes. This is Tweed, I think the variety is called. I've just done some Swede candle, what's left in the tub here. There's not many left, I'll just see what I can pull up. I don't actually know what these are going to be like because they haven't had no water for months. There's a few little ones there we can make a meal out of. As you can see, the carrots are coming more or less to the end of the life now, but looking on the tank, they were sown on the 1st of June, so they're almost 7 months old from sowing there, so we can't grumble with them, can we? While I was tidying up yesterday, I was having a look at this bed, and last year it didn't really do much. There's about half a dozen, 10 raspberry canes on here, the yellowy orange type, which I'm not keen on the flavour anyway. So what I've decided to do is dig the canes up. Now I've already started that end. I don't know if you can see because of the sun. They come out quite easy because, as you can see, the roots are quite fibrous, so they'll take a lot of shifting. Plan for this bed eventually, I'm not really sure. What I might do, I've got quite a bit of polycarb sheet knocking around, so I might knock a little long thin coal frame up along there. I know it's not ideal. We're looking that way, that's south direction. We've got a tree in the way, but by the time the stuff's in the coal frame there'll be no leaves on the tree, so it shouldn't block that much light out. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's get them out. That's the bulk of it out now, although I will go over a bit finer to get the roots what's still in. The main problem I've got now is this stuff you can see along the edge, and that there is mint, and that's just appeared from nowhere, and I had quite a good crop last year, but it's getting out of hand now, so I'll probably get the spade in and rip the whole lot up. Another cold night, as you can see. Last night it went down to minus 3.3 in the greenhouse. It's still not much warmer now, and it's just come up to midday. So before I close this one, I just want to show you the seed potatoes that I've got lined up for this year. I have 3 packs of a Swift from Wilco, first early. I'll be growing those in buckets in the greenhouse, so I'll be getting those out to chit, and hopefully another 3 or 4 weeks I'll be in the bucket ready. I've got a couple of bags of Golden Gourmet. These are from a local cheap shop. These are shallots. I grew them last year, great for pickling. Second early potatoes here, a bag of shallots, 2 kilograms, and on the end there is 2.5 kilogram bags of main crop, and they are the Sao Palmyra. So I've about my 4th year of growing these, and a lot of people don't like them, but I do, and no blight, and they say they stay in the ground for ages. So that's the crop of the seed potatoes and the few shallots I got ready, and I'm sure they'll be featuring more in the next episode. So until then, see you later, and bye for now.